TripCity.com. A lot of you have shown a lot of interest in TripCity. We could talk about what it is, what it does, and is it useful at all? Before I get into that, click below, grab the 5 things you must do before starting a car rental business. It also now comes with a free 15-minute consultation if you want to get to know me get to know you, and answer any general questions you have regarding car rentals. So let's get into this. TripCity.com. Everyone's been emailing me about it. It's all the rage these days. Is this website worth a crap? We're gonna find out very shortly. So first of all, I set up an account with them. I poked around. I read through their terms and conditions. There's a lot of interesting stuff that I'm seeing with TripCity. So we will compare and contrast this to hirecar. I would tell you that TripCity.com is very similar to hirecar, but the software works a lot better. So a real programmer built this website. Just initially, my initial impressions, when you click around, when you're creating a profile, uploading a car, it's way easier, very, very simple, and much easier to do than hirecar was. In terms of the terms of service, it's really not too different than what I saw with hirecar. What's interesting is that they don't really have any levels of insurance or calibrated deductibles. So there's a little lack of clarity about what happens if there is a claim. It's probably in the fine print somewhere. I just didn't go through it. But I will always say this about a car share company. You just never know what's going on with them until you go through a claim with them. I haven't been through a claim with them. I have no idea what that's like with them, whether or not they're actually going to pay out. I don't know. But what I would tell you is that proceed with caution on that front, but it does require that you have at least period X insurance on the car if you're going to rent with this site. Now, that said, what I thought was interesting is that they don't actually require you to upload the insurance. They just require you to upload the registration for the car. So I will tell you right now, I uploaded a car of mine, and initially I put it in Miami. Now, Miami is not the strongest rideshare market. Miami was not a super strong hire car market. I let the listing sit for about an hour and a half and got 0 responses. So nothing came back. Now, in Miami on hire car, if you let a listing sit for an hour and a half, you would probably maybe get 1 or 2 emails about it. In terms of drivers reaching out to you, it's the exact same as hire car. You'll find it exactly the same. Then I changed the location over to Atlanta. Atlanta is one of the hottest rideshare markets in the country right now, probably the hottest rideshare market. What I did was I moved the address over to my old address when I lived in Atlanta. That's in East Atlanta, very popular area, right by Ponce City Market. I used to get tons of responses when I had cars over there on hirecar. So if I put a listing online on hirecar in East Atlanta back in 2022, 23, I would have probably gotten about 5 emails within an hour. Today, I've left the listing up for about 2 or 3 hours. I still have not gotten a single email back about this. This makes me wonder, is there actually anyone on this website? I do think what these guys have is interesting. I think it's a better version of hirecar. It works very similarly to hirecar, but it functions better. That said, I'm kind of dubious at this point if they have an actual functional business model that you can run your business off of. I do expect to see a lot more websites like this pop up over time. Obviously, there's a big displacement right now with GetAround. At this point, I don't think that TripCity.com is really a viable option for you to find drivers. I've been saying this before and I'll say it again. I do think that Uber Fleet right now is the #1 go-to for PRA drivers. Overall, I'll tell you, I would just look somewhere else. TripCity.com just really doesn't have any clientele or people on their site at this point from what I've seen. All that said, drop some comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Before I go, click below, grab the 5 things you must do before starting a car rental business, and I will catch you in the next episode. Thank you.